How can philanthropy drive impactful change in human rights interventions? This question was explored at the Human Rights and Humanitarian Forum held in Los Angeles in May 2024. Organized by the Aurora Humanitarian Initiative in collaboration with UCLA's The Promise Institute for Human Rights, the forum brought together prominent leaders in global philanthropy. Panelists included Amy Rao, Executive Vice President of the Schmidt Family Foundation, Negar Tayyar, Co-founder and Executive Director of the Global Whole Being Fund, and Karen Ansara, Board Chair of NEID Global. Moderated by Sasha Chanoff, founder and CEO of RefugePoint, the discussion explored the pressing challenges and opportunities facing philanthropy in a world of increasing crises.
Today, 120 million people have fled their homes, and some people estimate that perhaps 1 billion will have been forced from home because of climate change by 2050. And yet, at the same time, as we face these existential threats, we see that government funding is reducing significantly.
Amy Rao, Executive Vice President of the Schmidt Family Foundation, highlighted the difficulties in funding systemic change, particularly in human rights. She emphasized the need for long-term investments to support policies that uphold dignity and equality for all.
And government is supposed to be and are the guarantors of human rights. What I'd like to see more of it when I think about the world I want to see, which is a world with a lot more dignity, where everyone is treated equally and it doesn't matter your skin color, your religion, where you're from, who you choose to love.
Negar Tayyar, co-founder and executive director of the Global Whole Being Fund, spoke about her approach to addressing the root causes of displacement. Her fund supports over 50 organizations in 65 countries, addressing displacement caused by conflict and climate change. She pointed out the significant funding gap for refugee-led and community-based organizations, which often receive less than 1% of global funding.
There are actors like the White Helmets who are supporting 4.5 million people, and their services go all the way from providing sanitary items to women who have access to nothing, all the way to, documenting war crimes and making sure that those are fed in The Hague.
Karen Ansara, Chair of Network of Engaged International Donors, or NEID Global, and a longtime family philanthropist, reflected on nearly 2 decades of experience in international grant-making. She spoke about the need of proactive philanthropy that anticipates crises, citing Somalia's 2011 drought as a missed opportunity for preventative action.
For instance, in Somalia in 2011, there were early warnings about a severe life-threatening drought, but not enough funding came for what are called anticipatory actions, those actions that can be taken to avert a full-blown crisis. And the world said, we're never going to let that happen again. Well, in 2022, we did it again.
Ansara also addressed the systemic challenges facing philanthropy in regions like Haiti, where political instability intensifies human rights abuses. Reflecting on the aftermath of the 2010 Haiti earthquake, she spoke about the underfunding of local organizations that could have addressed critical issues like gender-based violence.
Women and girls in Haiti who were living in the tent camps, remember 1.5 million people were displaced in Haiti, they faced an epidemic of rape. There was very few organizations that were funded to hold the perpetrators accountable and to insist on rule of law.
For Amy Rao, engaging the public on complex human rights issues requires compelling storytelling. She believes that sharing stories that expose systemic abuses and inspire action can play a crucial role in mobilizing support.
I'm constantly sending stories around that I find in the press that are really compelling, where a human rights organization has investigated a human rights abuse, exposed it in the press, and then added in what is the advocacy that's needed to end the abuse.
Negar Tayyar echoed the sentiment, emphasizing the power of connecting donors with the on-the-ground organizations. She believes that direct exposure to those doing the work is the most effective way to engage supporters.
So the biggest entry point or lever to engage people, I think, is to give them access to those who are actually doing the work on the ground and let them speak and let the work speak for itself.
Karen Ansara stressed the importance of donor education and collaboration. She argued that effective philanthropy requires a deep understanding of local contexts, as well as investing in collaborative infrastructure like pooled funds and convenings to ensure resources are used effectively.
Getting people together, I think, is where the magic is, and then sharing the resources you have.
Well, and
The forum closed with a call to action for more strategic and rights-based philanthropy, urging donors to prioritize local organizations and invest in measures that address crises before they escalate.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for standing up for freedom. Thank you for joining us.